Hi, Mark. Welcome to the Leanpub launch video for practical Python artificial intelligence programming. So I was wondering if you could take just a few minutes to tell us a little bit about yourself and about your new book.
Sure. Thanks, Len. Let's see, I've been a artificial intelligence practitioner, is what I call it, not a researcher per se, since the early 1980s. And I've always loved my work, and I love writing. And I got into writing my first book because I thought it would help my career, and indeed it did. uh, and I've written 7 books with Leanpub, and one thing about the platform, it's very easy to update books, and so I frequently do small updates, and then every part of a year or every year or so, I tend to do a major update. And I love the way it's easy and all the changes are just pushed to the users. And it's very convenient for me. It saves my time, which I appreciate. And so the new book is a Python AI book, and it's really a bit different than the way I usually write. Usually I spend a lot of time writing a lot of small program experiments and get ideas and then try to figure out what people might enjoy, and then I write the words around them. But the new book is different because even though I cover a little bit of old-fashioned symbolic AI, my heart was really in deep learning and things that would be of more use to readers right now. And where I usually really take my time. I don't care when I'm done with the book. I pushed the first version of this out rather quickly. I think I wrote the book in 2.5 months, and just released it a few weeks ago, because I feel like there's been a sea change. Like everything is accelerating faster and faster in the field of artificial intelligence, and with deep learning. I can now do things and other developers can solve problems that used to be either impossible or at least very, very difficult. And I have some examples in the book on that. And if you're interested, you can actually read the book for free on the Leanpub page. And I always encourage people to, take a little while to look through it, and then either buy it or not. But, and enjoy the fact that it's beautifully formatted on the web page. It's easy to read. But anyway, my motivations were really different for this book, just because, with ChatGPT coming out a few months ago, and I've been using GPT-3 for natural language processing tasks, and it's just revolutionized the way that I've done my work. And even going back, even like 5 or 6 years ago, I ran a deep learning team at Capital One, and we had a lot of success with deep learning, profoundly changed aspects of our business. And some of it, frankly, seemed like magic. I mean, we had a problem that we had spreadsheet data that was about customers that was extremely proprietary, and not that many people had access to the data. But it was useful to let people build models and analyze it. And I feel like this is ancient history now in deep learning, but 6-7 years ago, GAN networks, adversarial networks, were the big thing for images. And one Saturday morning, I decided I wanted to try something different. Nobody was in the office. It was quiet and wonderful. And I took an off-the-shelf image GAN program and instead encoded 7 image spreadsheet data, just numeric data, into it. And the generator learned to basically synthesize spreadsheets that so accurately reflected both the statistics by feature, by column, and correlation between the columns that you could take the synthetic data, which was sanitized, and give it to analysts. They could build models, and the models would work for real data. And, that was like magic. But that was like a long time ago. That was like 6 years ago. And now I feel there's even more magic going on, at least in natural language processing. I don't do too much. There's one short example in the book for generating images. There's a Jupyter notebook you can run on Colab. Have some fun with that. But that's not to me, practical AI is using natural language processing. So that's what I cover more in the book.
Well, thanks very much for explaining both what the book is about and how you wrote it so quickly and why, and talking again about, and for anyone interested, whether you're an expert or you're new to it, if you want to know, sort of what's going on right now, Mark's book is a great introduction to that, and it's also one that I'm sure he's going to be updating occasionally as well, which is the typical Leanpub process. So thank you very much, Mark, for being on the
your
video, and thank you very much for being a Leanpub author.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.